I get the cheat code, I'm a beast. They said they'll never let me out of lease. Stop all the cap, I'm just tryna see. You really back what you talk on the beat. They put me in, I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it make me obese. I been pushing lyrics like a Kingpin. And when today we got no
What's up, guys?
Hola.
Hey, love.
One time for Kingpin's
feeling vibrant, I'm feeling like highlighter, you know what I'm saying? Like
highlighter pink.
Yeah,
Breast Cancer Month is over, sir.
Like neonish, you know what I mean?
Hey,
That's
it
what
should always
Month
be
is.
Breast Cancer Month.
Okay,
Yeah, shout out to Breast Cancer Month.
facts.
Shout out to
Bodacious tatas.
Shout out to Art Deco and fucking Art Basel and all that good stuff.
Art Basel, yeah.
You guys ready to get started?
We are.
Yeah, born ready.
You have a question you want to start with? Come on.
Yes. So I was in Chattanooga, and a gentleman named Trey King III asked what is most likely the best question anybody's ever asked me, because it really made me think, and then I wanted to talk about it the whole way home. So is music, the industry, right? Is it more math and science, or is it more emotion and art?
What you create is art.
Right.
And any creator is going to feel an emotional attachment to their
Right.
creation, right?
Right.
Which is why we always talk about how could you create something and then abandon it and neglect it as a creator or as a parent, if you will. So I don't know.
And artists are emotional. It's what makes them.
It's a business.
There's the math and science.
That's the math and science part.
There's the business part of it.
And then
so,
music is math. Like when you really think about it,
yeah.
music is math.
And the science
that's
to
all
me,
sounds are is math.
Correct.
Right?
the science to me
Isn't that a great
is
question?
the formula you have to come up with as an artist to be like, oh, this is my formula. This works. Like Drake has a formula that works.
Right.
I don't know. That's a very.
I think with the
I
way
would say
deep,
both.
right?
I would say both. Actually, it
That
can't
was
be
my
an
answer.
either or.
That was my answer. It was both.
Both need to coexist with each other
Yeah.
because you have the emotion. You can't.
Especially
not
on the
be
business
emotional.
side, you need the math because you need the money, the income.
Math got to make sense.
Right.
You got to have a formula.
But was the question more so, can you use math and science to make a hit record? Or do you use math and science to pick a determination to sign an artist? Like, what was, I would have needed more context.
Yeah, he was asking in general, but I love that you took it down that lane because when you go down that lane, it's really a combination of both.
Right.
Because you got to give your fans what they want, but if you're doing this for a living, you also have to make money.
And on the flip side, if you're creating what you want to create and you found the people that want that, then therein lies your army. Therein lies your beehive. Therein lies your, you know what I'm saying?
Let me piggyback off that. I literally just talked to DJ Alpo. He called me upset because I like the Drake and 21 Savage album. I like it. I'm in the group chat with my DJ friends. I said, this shit fire. I like it. I like the combination. I didn't think I was going to like the combination. I like the combination. He calls me, what the fuck are you talking about, Rari? I don't got no party songs on here, and I'm a fucking DJ. I want to play this shit in the club, and there's nothing on here I can play in the club.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry he feels that way.
I said, I respectfully disagree. I said, because if I have a crowd full of women, they're going to probably request one of the records off of that album.
I don't know about that one. Have you heard the album?
I'm listening to it this morning.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if they went after their female demographic on this album. I think there's a lot of puss assholes and a lot of bum bitches and a lot of broke bitches. And just being real with you, like I understand the DJ perspective, but can we as tastemakers and industry professionals or nightlife people appreciate the fact that artists don't create music for you, motherfucker?
Agreed.
They create music for the fans and the people that like them. And if you want those people to come to your club respectfully or come to your venue or come to your podcast or come to your website or whatever it is, then you're going to put the stuff that those people want on there, right?
Correct.
So it's the same on the flip side. It was probably the same group of DJs I was on his last album saying, oh my God, you guys are probably going to say if you've never been out of the country, you won't be able to feel this and all that other goofy shit that comes along with it because it's an opportunity to push your agenda to the front, right? So if you've listened to the record, there's a lot of skits in there, right? He's got probably the most up-tempo record is a 90s remake sample with a One More Night record. He's got a couple anthems on there. The Twin record, me and my wife were talking about it on the way up, that Ferocious Twin or whatever it is, that's going to be a TikTok smash. That's going to be relationship goals and matching pajamas going all the way into the summer. They know what they're doing. They trolled Tiny Desk with it. They trolled Vogue magazine. So there was a way behind it. So in that aspect, that was math and numbers that did that. Because math and numbers allowed them to put something together to reach more people, more so than emotion.
I just feel like someone who has a large fan base and someone who also has a large fan base, when they collab, that's just a mixture of both fan bases. That's a win. In my professional opinion, that's still a win regardless. Some people may not like the combination, but I believe that it's a win because the people who like Drake is going to be like, wait, Drake is with who? Because there's still some people in under a rock that may be like, oh, wait, 21 Savage? Oh, okay. And they're going to discover him a little bit more and may start fucking with him. I just always think when artists collab, and I think that's a win. Now, it's not going to be better. It's not better than Future and Drake. Future and Drake is
fire.
That's the science. That's a formula that can't be. Ooh, man.
But that's also art and emotion. Because So would I be wrong in saying that the last Drake album wasn't as well received as most Drake albums?
Yeah, because he went left.
Right.
He did what he wanted to do.
So this is bringing him back to that fan base that might like.
This is emo thug rap.
So Drake's last album was Lil Wayne doing a rock album.
Correct.
Drake going.
What was the name of that Wayne album
world,
that he did,
house,
the rock
EDM
one?
dance music.
Rebirth.
Was
Rebirth.
Lil Wayne's version of a rock album.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to try some shit as an artist, and if you love me, you'll like it, and if you don't, that's not for you.
Right.
And how about this? I was booked to do a corporate video game party in Virginia, and guess what they asked for? Songs off of the Drake album that everyone was like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Of course.
And they were singing that shit word for word.
Right.
And I was at the corporate party.
I mean, if you've ever...
Ibiza.
I think we talked about it. The producer or the guy who arranged the last Drake album is one of the biggest African DJs in the world. Black Coffee, one of the biggest producers in the world, right? And this guy is, if maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't know too many DJs that could put 100,000 people in a stadium in Africa and do a concert.
Yeah.
And there's not many rappers I think that can do that in America.
For real.
I don't know of many rappers.
Do we have a stadium that holds 100,000?
With the whole Donda when he went on the hiatus and was living in the stadium and everybody was wondering what he was going to do, and then the bigger names.
And that's only 20,000.
And yeah, and I don't know if that was like even comparable to that, bro. Like the Bad Bunny crowd is probably the most obnoxious thing I've seen in a long time. He made more money off that tour than anything else, and that's math.
Independently.
Because the companies aren't going to give you what Bad Bunny did with his last tour. He made it so that he can go get $100 million check from a television company to film the rights of his next tour because he broke
all
records.
Yeah.
So
when everybody else was taking the shorts.
Yeah, that's
the
math
math.
in the business of it.
Right, math and
you
business.
think Taylor Swift drops an album and goes 1.5 million just based off of pure emotion?
No.
There was math and science to that.
Yes.
10 records in the top 10, math and science to that. When Jay-Z drops an album and they have all of those memes and it becomes trending topics every song, math and science to that. When DJ Khaled drops an album and every song on there plays on the radio every hour on the hour, math and science behind that. The mood and the emotion, that's where people are scared to take chances.
I do think the mood and the emotion is the first thing that happens, though. Because there is
the
no
fans
math
have
and
to love
science.
it.
There is no science or math. There's not even a math. You can't even get the math. You can't get to math without the art and emotion in the beginning that makes you want to record music.
So you just glazed over that Taylor Swift thing. So I'm going to go back in on that. She had 10 songs in the top 10 that's never happened before.
Never.
Top 10.
Ever.
Not Beyonce,
Ever.
not Michael Jackson,
Ever.
not Elvis Presley, not Bruce
Not
Springsteen,
Eminem,
She's in a
not
league
the
of her own.
Beatles.
I truly
Never
believe that.
happened before.
They
Correct.
thought she would do about 800,000 and she did 1.5.
She doubled it. 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Insanity. Insanity. Music is dead. Streaming is dead. No. You telling people that they're ignorant for listening to your music. You telling people that you're going to fuck their bitch. You telling people that they are bitches. That shit is dead. You give the people something that to soothe them when they're in pain and something to motivate them when they need to get across
Especially
the finish line.
now.
And they're going to stream it to the end of the fucking world, bro.
Yep.
She's
Especially
definitely
now.
going diamond. I want to put this out there. I think if there's anyone that can go double diamond, it's her.
It's her. Agreed.
There's no doubt about it.
Double diamond.
She hasn't toured in, what, 6 years? Pandemic was the
Yeah.
cause of that for 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. So we're out of the pandemic.
And
3
she's
years
been
removed.
re-recording all the albums.
Of course, because
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna buy the rights to the company that sells my music? Well, no problem, bitch. I'll just re-record all of my own music and then put it back up and then tell my 52 million fans or whatever she has on Twitter and
Buy
Instagram,
these instead of
hey,
those.
buy this
Yeah.
version of the album, not that version of the album, because they're trying to extort me.
See,
And that's what you use your social media platform for, right?
Yep.
correct. The problem I have with social media is they still block a good amount because you can tell by the numbers. If Taylor Swift posts a picture, I forget the number. Can someone tell me how many million followers Taylor Swift has? It still doesn't add up.
Weasel will tell you.
Yeah. So, for example, let's just say I'm just throwing a number. Find out. Taylor Swift has, somebody tell me,
230.
230 million followers. She should be getting 200 million likes, but she's not going to get 200 million likes.
Why would you say that?
Because it
2
doesn't.
to 3% engagement. 2 to 3% of what her number is.
This is where
So
I'm getting
what?
to,
That's
sir.
his point.
That's
That's
my
his
point.
point.
That's
where he's going.
the exact point. Why would Instagram or social media show your content to all of your followers? They don't.
Exactly. Because they want to make money.
That's a crime to me. That's
crime
a crime
against humanity?
What's 3% of 230 million?
Yes, but
Hold on a second.
6D.
Her posts are averaging 1 million likes, bro. I don't know what numbers you're looking at. She got 230 million. Her most
So she
recent
should be
post that
getting
was an
at least-
hour ago got 900,000.
why she can't get at least 50 million likes?
Because that would be like 10%, and that's not a mathematical reality.
That shit sucks. That's my point. I'm actually on the same page with you. That sucks.
Right.
Why can't all of her followers see all of her shit?
Because all of her followers aren't online at one time.
Correct, but it's not.
But they can
also
see it when they
shown-
get online.
But all I'm saying is, it's also not shown to everyone. All of her followers.
It's
I don't
throttled.
believe that shit. Those numbers look so crazy to me. If she has 230 million followers, why isn't 50 million people engaging into that? She's fucking Taylor Swift. Am I right or am I right?
No, you're right.
She's Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
yeah, no, absolutely.
She's Taylor Swift. So there's 50 million people that fuck with her.
Right.
There's 231 million.
How come
people that
2
fuck
million
with
people
Apparently.
fuck with that? Excuse my language. Damn,
that.
pineapple.
230 million that fuck with that. Actually.
Pineapple.
5 million on her.
My
just the last
point is,
post, that was 3
my
days
point
ago.
is, social media. This shit is like fucked up.
No, because hear me out.
Because
It's amazing what
that's,
you remember.
That's half information, bro. So allow me to stop
come
you
on,
right there for 1 second.
do it. 'Cause I'm
Today
getting frustrated.
is November something, okay? We'll say the beginning of November.
Right.
So she's only made 3 posts in 14, 15 days. There's no consistency there, I guarantee you. Look me in my face. If Taylor Swift were to make 1 post a day, every day, and get on there and spend 1 hour a day interacting with those posts, she'd have all 230 million. You wanna know why? Because the minute 1 million people see that she is actually responding, they're going to go bananas faster. How many people does she follow on her page? I know you wanted to know
Tell
how many
me.
people followed her. I'm gonna show you how many she follows on her page.
Zero.
Zero. So she's not interacting or engaging. Her page is to post content. It's a billboard. Her page is not for you to get to know her. That's what she does after concerts. Am I right or wrong? Her and her mother, after shows, select people and they bring them backstage where there's food and shit, and they walk around and Taylor Swift asks them, what did you like about the show? What didn't you like? Every show. So her social media platform isn't for her to showcase bragging, oh, I'm on a plane, look what I had for breakfast. This is the Taylor Swift newsreel, if you will. So on essence, yeah, I wouldn't expect that page. She doesn't post consistently enough. And what she does post is eaten up. She made a post, 3 posts in the last 15 days, and it's got 7 million likes.
But look, I'm
Just
not.
impressions. Let's look at the impressions.
But I'm not arguing what you're saying because
Oh, no,
what you're
it's
saying
not an
is the
argument.
truth.
It's a conversation.
What
'Cause
you're
look
saying
at
is
her
the
impressions.
truth, but
50
what-
million, you wanted them. There they go. The third post. Why
want
can't they
them?
get
There they
50
go.
million? There they go.
There we go.
The
Boom.
third post, 46 million. The numbers are there because it's
Should be
math.
higher,
It's-
though.
It
Still should be higher.
She doesn't.
She has 230
engage
million
enough, Rari.
followers.
If you engage every
She
day,
shouldn't have to engage
Yes, she should.
for it. No, I'm not trying. I'm telling you're telling me a fact,
So
right?
if you
I'm
ran
telling
the
you what
company,
it should be.
you'd run it differently.
I would run it differently, but
you would
why-
run it more like
but
TikTok.
I just want people to understand that she has all these millions of followers and she's not getting the engagement she deserves on these posts because it requires engagement. Correct?
correct.
So my point is, why would Instagram show all of your content to all of your followers when you can, if you have all these, like for example, she has 230 million followers, correct?
Correct.
She doesn't even need Instagram. Like she can, like Coca-Cola wouldn't even spend money with Instagram. They would spend money with her.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
Right,
she
'cause he's an influencer.
Because she's an influencer. She has all of these followers, but I feel like it's a restriction on the content being shown to all of her followers. That's all I'm saying.
Right. You think there's
You're
like
correct,
a cap
though.
on it? That
It's a cap.
There is a cap on it.
It is a cap.
Absolutely, because they're trying to
There-
make money.
it's
They
a
want you
cap.
to
But
run.
then I would assume that's like not giving full information, right? And hear me out. Because that would assume that all 230 million followers are active. That's number one.
True.
You know, the followers, your first 10,000 followers don't see any of your pictures right now. And they're still
That's
on
crazy.
here with 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Your first 10,000, my first 10,000, your first 10,000. They don't see shit of what you posted. As a matter of fact, probably half of them are deactivated or locked out of their accounts. So I
Agreed.
think of that 230 million, there may be about 140, 150 million, we'll give it 200 million that are active.
Okay.
2 to 3% is average engagement.
That's crazy. That's
this,
so low.
Can I tell you
Very
something
low.
that
It's low.
I was taking a Facebook course, a meta course, and something that Facebook told me. Two things that Facebook told me that kind of blew my mind. Number one, Facebook says that any post that is older than 6 hours is not considered viral.
That's crazy.
This is from Meta because they have a new program called CrowdTangle. CrowdTangle that you may not have access to it, but if you get access to it, you have to know how to use it in order to pass the course. And one of the things that they give you is a clear definition of how to tag and locate and set alerts for things. Anything over 6 hours is not viral. So all that going viral 5 and 6 days later, bitch, that's because you want to go viral, but that's not what it is. And the second thing was a competitor. Let me ask both of you before I give this point. What do you think a competitor is? What's a competitor?
Someone equal but at opposition?
Yeah, somebody that competes against you.
Somebody that will compete against you. So most people think a competitor would be if I'm a rapper, another rapper, or if I'm a writer,
I wouldn't
another
think that,
writer,
but
right?
Yeah.
The average human being only has 26.9 hours extra per week to dedicate towards.
Attention is the competition
Right.
for Meta.
But if somebody makes a movie and they put that movie trailer out, if Drake and 21 Savage drop an album, if Taylor Swift drops an album and that goes out, you're fighting for the same attention that those people are
Exactly.
fighting for that Taylor
Okay,
Swift
all right,
album.
So gaming,
your
which is
competitor
a
is
book,
gaming. It's a
anything
book.
somebody does in their free time is
Anything that can
competition.
siphon
That makes sense.
any time of that 26.9 hours
Right.
is now your competitor.
Yeah.
This is part of their course that they're asking you to introduce this into your thought process so that you can start to meticulously look over your content and understand that you're just not putting up a picture. You're just not putting up a video. You're just not putting up a quote. If it's about your brand, if it's about your artistry, if it's about you, there has to be a way and a reason and why if you want to be successful. If you don't, then don't take nothing that we say serious.
Right.
It's just a conversation amongst three friends.
Right.
But in the
And
event
it's emotion and art.
that you ever want to walk inside a room and know what the fuck it is you're talking about, then pay attention. Attention to detail is going to be your friend in this business.
That competitor thing line did get me right because I said, okay, yeah, now she has 230 million followers, but also so does someone else. Might not be 230 million.
How many does Bad Bunny have? Let's put this into context.
Let's go.
Somebody find Bad Bunny's numbers for me. Anybody in the room? Let's see if I can find it before they can. Bad Bunny. Because Bad Bunny just broke every tour in the world and just went on tour
Less than
records.
Taylor Swift, I believe.
He's got 43 million.
43 million.
He just sold every touring record, broke him in with 23 cities, something like that, 26 cities.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big tour either. It was like in the 20s. It wasn't like no world
No, he
tour
knocked it out of the
like that.
park.
And he killed them all.
Yes.
Killed every date.
Damn, 43 million.
And
Can
his
we
last
revisit
drop
this
came in at
conversation
number one.
when Taylor Swift announces her tour dates?
Correct.
Let's have this conversation 10 days
His
in.
last release went to number one. He was competing with NBA YoungBoy and he went number one instead of YoungBoy. Just saying.
And YoungBoy, I don't even think YoungBoy has more than 2 million. I think one of his main page got deactivated.
Social media wise? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but how many Spotify followers does NBA YoungBoy have? See, that's what you think Taylor Swift gives a rat's ass if her Facebook page is monetized?
No.
She's in a completely
Kiss
different
my
realm.
ass. I'm not going on.
Yeah.
I don't follow anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm not going on Instagram Live and asking you bitches to buy badges and all this subscription. Taylor Swift.
YoungBoy has
shouldn't have to.
17.3 million monthly listeners.
Now,
Damn.
Now,
And
hear me
isn't he
out.
the number one streamer at YouTube?
Scroll down and tell me how much merchandise he has for sale.
If I'm on here,
Go on his Spotify page and show me how much merchandise he has for sale to those 17 million followers.
Ruh-roh.
I don't see merch. Oh, it says merch right here.
Oh, it does.
It says
Oh,
merch,
shit,
colored
okay.
CD, top vinyl record.
I'm sorry? Read it clearly. Say it
Color
into the
CD,
microphone.
top vinyl record.
A vinyl. And what else?
Another vinyl.
Another vinyl. So 2 vinyl records and a CD. Young brother, you don't have to answer this audibly, but do you own a record player? No. 17 million people get a notification
Every time you
to buy your vinyl album.
Are you a Young Boy fan? Yeah. There we go.
Damn.
Maybe he should change his name to Might Be Broke again.
1% of 17. Hey Siri, what is how many followers does he have?
17.3 million.
So 1% of that would be 1.7 million, right? No, 170,000. No, that can't be right. 170,000. 1% of 17 million is 170,000. Am I right? Yeah. So if he were to sell a $20 T-shirt to 170,000 people, do me the math. Roughly $250,000. Once a month, you take that $250,000, put 125,000 into advertisements, another 60,000 into community donations, just off of your merchandise, selling one $20 T-shirt to 1% of your Spotify following. Maybe I'm crazy, bro. Maybe I'm fucking a lunatic.
Pineapple.
But I think you can do it. I think you can do it. If we could sell a T-shirt that we don't have, we're not, well, you're a good-looking guy, but, and you're a beautiful woman, but I'm fat and old. If we could sell T-shirts,
you're so stupid.
If we could sell coffee cups, us, that we don't have hit records, I can't break dance, I can't do none of that shit. If I can get somebody to buy a T-shirt and a sweater to show support for what it is that I got going on, and you, that you're in school with these people, you that you work with these people, you that you are a part of them, you that you're in the community, you that you dress how every man wants to dress, you that you talk how every man should talk, you that you attract everything. If you can't get a person to buy a T-shirt from you, you in the wrong business, my guy. This just it, man. You in the wrong business. There's other things you could do. We need doctors. We need accountants. We need lawyers. We need office managers. We need phone call people. We need landscapers. And even at those jobs, you're gonna show up every day, clock in and clock out and just get your benefits and go home. You don't get everything you're supposed to get for doing what's required. That's what's required. That's the bare minimum. This is what you have to do. Do you want more? Then do more than what you have to do.
Cheat code.
Cheat code.
Get a cup.